Welcome back. We are here with 1344, and I don't think much changed in the family tree. Genevieve aged up, um, Ellis died, and Hugo got married. A bunch of people are pregnant right now. And what else? I think that's it. Maybe. Anyway, I think, yeah, I think William aged up into a regular adult, but I mean, there's nothing to look at there. So for 1344, we are going to be doing Cecilia's story today. I'm super excited for you to um, actually find out what happened in her past and what's going to happen, and I think it's going to be really exciting. So that'll be great. We also have a few, um, just two birthdays. Oh, William. Maybe it was the other William that aged up his son. They're both named William, so yeah. I think it's older William is dying. Okay, and then these are just new characters I added for story purposes. But yes, okay, so let's roll for these two. Well, just one because he's just dying. So 4, 8, 12. Okay, well, she survives. So how long was toddlers? 4.5 years, 18 days. Okay, so 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18. Okay. All right, so that will be that. Let's get into this story and hop into the game. Okay, so here we are, and Milo has gotten some new facial hair to be with his new young adult status. And I did update his picture on the family tree as well. I also decided that I haven't really been giving enough um, personality to our younger sisters. Matilda's having a baby. I forgot who Matilda was, going to be 100% honest here. She's over there though. And the baby dies. Great. Sorry, Matilda. She still does have one child though. Anyway, we don't have any children. I think she's pregnant though, so yeah, she's pregnant. So that is good. Can't really tell, but anyway, so we are getting into Cecilia's story. Oh, I was talking about the younger sisters. Um, Basically, I just wanted to, give them some hobbies or something. So I'm making Torah into religion, and I'm making, Randy is evil, so she's just mean to everybody, and then Margaret likes the outdoors, so she's gonna like fishing. Anyway, Cecilia's story. So shows up at our house, this woman and a knight, and um, Cecilia does recognize them, and they start arguing. This is Joan Axtell, and she um, is part of the family that Cecilia was living with previously. So, anyway, Milo comes out and is like, "What is happening here?" And the knight tells him, I'm arresting your wife for murder. Like, she is going to be taken into knight's custody. She's going to be thrown in whatever weird jail that medieval people have, and she's going to be executed for committing murder. And Milo is like, "What? What do you mean?" And he's like, "Cecilia," but the knight beats him up when he tries to stop him from taking Cecilia with him. So um, Milo gets beaten up by the knight. Obviously, he doesn't really have any physical prowess. And they take Cecilia away, and she's just kind of telling him, like, "I'm sorry, like, I promise that, it's not my fault, whatever." So he is very confused right now and having a hard time. And he comes and he talks to Tora about it, and he's like, "They just took her away. I don't know what to do. I don't know who those people are. I don't know what was going on." And so he is very confused. We're going to get his needs up, and then we're going to go try and find a lawyer. So I did a little bit of research on, I do surface level Google research. I'm not like trying to become a historian. So whether things are completely historically accurate, probably not. But anyway, we're going to come here and he's going to talk to the bartender and he's going to be like, "Look, I need a lawyer." And she recommends this guy, Judd. And he's actually already here. So that's good. Um, so we're going to come talk to him and try to sit over here and talk to him and um, No, can you come sit over here, please? So basically, what's going to happen here is he's going to talk to the lawyer and say, look, I'll pay you whatever. My wife, she's been taken away. They say she committed a murder, but that can't be true, like blah, blah, blah. And so basically, what Judd here says is he's like, look, it's really hard to get people off of murder, whether or not they did it or not, because it's not like they had the same system that we have nowadays with evidence and stuff. So he's going to say, you have to pay me 60,000 simoleons and I'll see what I can do. And Milo's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to sell a lot of stuff. But he's willing to do it in order to get Cecilia back. Like, regardless of whether or not, she's lied about her past to him, he still loves her and he still, he knows what kind of person she is. And he's like, there's no way that she just like killed someone in cold blood. So he does not believe that for a second. And he is going to, hire Judd Godfrey, that's his last name, to be his lawyer and hopefully be able to figure out what's going on. And of course, he's going to demand to find out from Cecilia exactly what happened. So I'm just going to take care of everyone's needs tonight. In the morning, we will head over to the Knight's Keep where I put the little jail cell. And we'll find out exactly what's going on here. Milo is having a really hard time. Plus, Cecilia's pregnant too. So there is that. Definitely going to be a potential issue. But yeah, he's very conflicted about the whole thing because, while he knows that she would never kill someone, um, still, there's this little bit of doubt in his mind about, what could have happened because she hasn't told him. So, communication is key in relationships, people. Communication is important. Anyway, so we're just going to take care of some things over here and then we will head over there. I just wanted to get our daily chores done first. And I'm leaving our sisters here. Oh, look. Okay, so Judd is calling. So let's say he's calling to have Milo come and go to the jail to see Cecilia and have the trial. Right, so he's just going to get cleaned up and then head out. There we go. And this is technically someone's house because I had the big family living there and then somebody else moved in. And anyway, it doesn't matter. So just pretend that those people who live there don't actually live there. So here we are. She's not supposed to be outside. Just pretend that's not happening. So Milo literally sells everything that he has, and it's still not enough. It's not enough. He can't afford it. So let's just put her in here, please. Okay. So he comes and talks to Judd, and he's like, "Look, I'm a little short. Can you please still help me? Whatever." And Judd um, basically says to him, I don't know if this is going to work. Like, I need my money. And Milo's like, please, is there anything I can give you? And Judd says, well, do you have any, female dependents? Um, Basically, Judd is a widower. He has a daughter and she doesn't have a mother and he's unflirty. So he has trouble with the ladies. So he's basically saying if, instead of like a dowry, you can give me a, a lady. So he's like, fine, I have a younger sister. Her name is Tora, and she's going to be marriageable next year, which he has not told Tora. But anyway, that's going to be a later him problem. So Judd agrees to take on the case, and we have zero money now. And so Milo comes and talks to Cecilia, and he's like, Cecilia, you got to tell me what happened. And so she tells him that basically what happened was she was brought into a rich family, the Axtell family, in order to be like a playmate for the daughter there. And um, she was raised to be her lady in waiting. That is Beatrice, who is married to our William in Italy. And basically, she found out through them being related now about Cecilia, and she told her mother where Cecilia was. But basically, the man of the house, started to get a little handsy with Cecilia and her place in the family was threatened and he was getting pushy and it turned into a physical altercation. And she ended up accidentally killing him during this altercation. So she then fled, and that's when she met Milo because um, she ran away because she knew that they were just going to execute her. So she's telling Milo that's what happened, and she's so sorry she didn't tell him before. And he is like, I understand why you ran away, but we have to deal with this now. And I still love you and whatever. So basically, what's happening now, I did a little bit of research, and one of the trials that you could do is a trial by, I think, like ingestion. So basically, what happens is a priest comes and they feed you like cheese and crackers that later turned into the Eucharist. Um, sorry, cheese and bread, like old gross stuff or something. And you see if within a year you die because you ate something that you really shouldn't have been eating, and it probably, you'd get sick and die. But um, basically, that's the trial, is that uh, they agreed to do a trial to have the watcher, God, um, try and see if she's innocent or guilty based on the circumstances. So if she lives through the next year, she is considered innocent, and if she dies, she is considered guilty. So she has to stay in jail for the next year. And the one of the reasons too that I did it like that is because her birthday is the first day of next year. So we'll be rolling for her. So I think that that is a good way to do it. So if she survives her role, she's innocent. If she does not survive her role, she's guilty. And that is what's going to happen. So we're going to be home, and we're going to just wait it out until the beginning of the next video when we'll find out if she's innocent or guilty. And Milo is now telling Tora that he's married her off. And she's like, excuse me, I didn't get a say in this. And he's just like, I know, but it's a good opportunity for you because Tora can't have any children. She rolled to not have any children. So Milo is basically saying, you're going to be hard pressed to find, a single, like, not previously married man to marry you because you can't give them any heirs. So this guy already has a child, so he's not fussed about it. And it's a good match for you. He's rich. He's a lawyer. He just took all our money. So um, Tora is not exactly happy about it, but marriages back then weren't all love, so she has to at least accept that she is going to be put in a pretty good position to be set up for life. I mean, Jed's daughter is already a teenager, so it's not like she's going to have to really worry about her for that long. Anyway, so moving on. All of the toddlers have survived their roles this year, which is great. And here we are at the church. We are going to um, mourn some graves as part of All Souls Day, and then also have Milo do some harvesting, which will finish this part of his aspiration. So we'll get that done as well. But yeah, he is just really, missing Cecilia and hoping that she survives and all of this stuff. So it is definitely a lot for him. And he understands that, like, this is a hard world for women, and he gets it. He wishes that she had told him, but it's not like he's gonna break up with her or anything. Like, he's really hoping that she survives this and comes home. Here we go. Okay, everyone has mourned a grave. Let's go home. Come on, Margaret. I know your needs are so low. I'm terrible. Um, okay. So now we're heading home. Again, we're not going to hear about Cecilia again until the beginning of next year, except I think our baby will be born. But other than that, I think I told you everything. Let me see, Cecilia. I wrote down her story. Yeah. She was lady in waiting. She turned down his advance. Okay, so here's our baby being born. So we're having a son. Yes. Okay. Finally. And they both survive, which is great. So we finally get to have a son. I was thinking about naming him after someone, but then I was like, maybe not. So I'm just going to pick a new name for him. So I'm going to choose the name Nicole, like Nicholas, but without the last part. Or Nicole without the E. I don't know. um, so we now have a son and heir. Hopefully he survives. And oh gosh, everyone's having a really hard time. Okay, so the the lawyer keeps calling. Um, Judd keeps calling, probably like, "Oh, I'm looking forward to meeting my bride next year." Oh gosh. Okay, I think Tora is a little nervous about the whole thing. She thought that she was going to have more time to figure this out, maybe find someone, um, herself. But this is kind of the way that things went back then. Is the man of the house would decide. So that's that. And of course, Nicole is going to stay with Cecilia while she's breastfeeding. Um, we'll either take them both back at the beginning of next year when she survives, or we'll just take him back. Hopefully, she survives. We'll see. I mean, it was an accident. It was self-defense. Um, she didn't mean to kill him, but also he was like attacking her. So, um, but Joan, his wife, obviously doesn't see it that way. She sees that, this like commoner killed her noble husband. So, not good. So, Tora and Milo are also not fighting anymore, which is really good. They are no longer, um, you know, or Tora is no longer upset with Milo about, unilaterally deciding her future. Okay, and then we'll do our family chores for the morning and do our roles for today. So here we go. Yeah, I'm having trouble with these with the sisters' needs, but that's okay. So Estrid Vitor is going to survive to teenagerness. We have the special roles for vampires, so she is going to survive, and um, we are going to just queue up some stuff. And then, will she get married? She will. How many children will she have? 7. So there she goes. And with the vampire children, we're not like in any hurry to get them married and stuff. They've got all the time in the world because they're vampires. So, um, I feel like this is going by so quickly, like so very quickly. um, I should probably find a way to make the conversations that the Sims are having as long as the explanation that I have to get through before they move on. But anyway, so here we are just doing some of our housekeeping. I'm going to uh, just, all those like 5 toddlers that aged up this year, we are going to change their outfits. So we have Agnes, who is really the priest's daughter, but has been taken in by Dante, who actually I think is dying soon. Is Dante dying soon? I think he's dying next year. So hopefully the child that Revna is pregnant with will survive, because that would be Dante's actual only child. Okay, here we go. And we're all set there. Now we're here, and William does need to pass away. The reason I'm using Life's Tragedies is because sometimes when I use MCCC, they just turn into a ghost without giving me an urn. So I'm just going to use Life's Tragedies. But anyway, so here he is. How long has he lived? Pretty good amount. So we'll head to the graveyard. I'm going to do some of the other housekeeping things off camera. It's just a lot, and it's not that exciting to just watch all of the um, just random create a sim stuff, but we'll put this over here. And here we go. Yep. And I think I forgot to get Hugo a marriage picture, so we'll have to do that too. But anyway, we also have to get rid of this baby in this household. I was hoping I could get rid of it in Create a Sim, but I guess I can't, so whatever. Anyway, look at this cute little girl. They don't have any boys. That could be an issue. Oh well, so that's where we're going to wrap up. In the next one, we are going to find out whether or not Cecilia does pass her trial, and I think we're killing Dante, and we have a couple of other roles going on. So I hope that you are excited because I am, and I will catch you in the next one.